Welcome to today's explainer. So today we're taking on a topic that honestly might have caused you a bit of stress in the past, but I promise you we're going to completely conquer it together. We're talking about mastering fractions. Look, whether you're adjusting a baking recipe, figuring out some DIY home measurements, or you're just looking for a really solid refresher, fractions are absolutely everywhere in the real world. We've taken all the essential rules and boiled them down into an incredibly easy and, dare I say, really fun guide. So if you've ever looked at numbers stacked on top of each other and felt kind of overwhelmed, you're in exactly the right place. By the end of this, you're going to be looking at fractions in a completely new, much faster light. Let's do this. Here's our agenda for today. We'll be covering 4 steps: spotting like and unlike fractions, converting mixed to improper fractions, mastering the butterfly method, and finally, doing a quick recap. Okay, let's dive right into this with level 1, like and unlike fractions. Now, before we can do any of the complicated math, we've got to know exactly what kind of fractions we're dealing with. The bottom number of a fraction is called the denominator. And let me tell you, denominators, they're the secret key here. Take a look at the left side. We have our like fractions, 2/7, 5/7, and 1/7. Notice anything? Yeah, they all share that exact same number, 7, right at the bottom. They're alike. Now let's jump over to the right side, the unlike fractions. We've got 1/2, 3/5, and 4/7. Here, the denominators are 2, 5, and 7, totally mixed up and completely different. All right, let's cement this with a quick hack that you can literally memorize right now. If you see the same denominator, boom, those are like fractions. If you see a different denominator, instantly you know those are unlike fractions. It really is that simple. Same bottom number equals like, different bottom number equals unlike. Knowing this is absolutely crucial because it instantly tells you whether you can add them together right away or if you're going to need to do a little math magic first. Moving on to level 2, mixed to improper fractions. Now, what's really interesting about this next slide is how we transform these trickier numbers. Okay. Imagine you've got 2 whole pizzas, plus 1/3 of another pizza just sitting left over in a box. Before doing anything else, let's convert all of that into just slices. We're going to use the mixed fraction 2 1/3 as our test subject here. I'm actually going to slow my pacing way down for a second so we can carefully walk through these exact 3 steps. Step 1, you take the big whole number, which is 2, and you multiply it by the bottom number, our denominator, which is 3. 2 times 3 gives us 6. Step 2, you take that answer, 6, and you add the top number, our numerator, which is 1. 6 plus 1 gives us 7. And finally, step 3, the denominator stays exactly the same as it was right at the beginning. So that 3 at the bottom, it just stays a 3. Put it all together, and our final answer is 7/3. So the crucial point is this elegant little formula. Whole number multiplied by the denominator plus the numerator, keep the bottom number the same, and you've totally got it. I really want you to anchor this simple, universal formula in your mind. It's an incredibly powerful math tool that will literally never let you down when you need to transform a mixed fraction into an improper one. All right, level 3, the butterfly method. Get ready, because this is the ultimate magic trick that makes adding fractions entirely painless. Adding fractions is, well, pretty notorious for confusing people. Our challenge right here is adding 1/2 plus 1/3. Now, based on what we just learned in level 1, these have different denominators, right? Which means they're unlike fractions. Traditionally, adding unlike fractions means having to go out and find common multiples, which, let's be honest, gets really messy really fast. Just think for a second about how you might traditionally try to solve this. You got a method in mind? Okay, good. Now, completely forget that old way, because we're about to look at a massively powerful shortcut. Watch how beautifully visual this is. Step 1 is to cross-multiply. Imagine drawing the wings of a butterfly right on the page. We multiply the top left by the bottom right. 1 times 3 equals 3. Boom, that's our left wing. Then we multiply the top right by the bottom left. 1 times 2 equals 2. And there's our right wing. Step 2, we simply add those 2 answers together. 3 plus 2 gives us our new numerator, which is 5. Step 3, to get the bottom number, we just multiply the 2 original denominators together. 2 times 3 equals 6. And this brilliantly illustrates our final answer, 5/6. By just drawing your butterfly wings to cross-multiply, adding those answers for the top, and multiplying the bottoms, you completely bypass the entire headache of finding lowest common denominators. It's a real game changer that gets you straight to the solution. Let's move to our final boss, quick recap and see how all of this builds together into a solid toolkit. Let's rapid fire through this cheat sheet to make sure you never forget it. Ready? Number 1, same denominator, those are like fractions. Number 2, different denominator, unlike fractions. Number 3, when you need to jump from a mixed fraction to an improper fraction, just remember your handy formula. Multiply the whole number by the bottom, then add the top. And number 4, the absolute ultimate cheat code, the butterfly method for adding fractions. Cross-multiply to make your wings, add those together for the top, and multiply your denominators for the bottom. You've done an incredible job leveling up your math skills today. But before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a little puzzle to think about. We just saw how flawlessly the butterfly method works for addition, but consider this. Does the butterfly method work for subtraction, too? I highly recommend grabbing a piece of paper, testing it out with a subtraction problem, and seeing what happens. Thank you so much for joining me today,